Britomart both isn't and is a fairy knight. She originates from the story The Fairy Queen and is known to have served the Fairy Queen Gloriana in pan-human history or proper human history. She's the daughter of the first Britomart, who is said to have been King Arthur's friend, who they saw during training and during adventures. In terms of Britomart's abilities and equipment, she has her armor, the Fortress of Angelica, which is a magical armor previously owned by Saxon Queen Angelica. When activated using its true name, her defense becomes that of a fortress cathedral. Meanwhile, her magic spear, which also belonged to her mother, passed down to her, actually came from an ancient Brittonic king and is actually as tall as her without her armor on. It is said to have a curse on it that will always dismount a foe, and when released using its full power, it releases a powerful wind and also allows her to sprout temporarily fairy wing. Finally, we have her most important piece of equipment, which is her Scarlet Dress, which actually brings out her full power as she is a immature fairy at the time that we see her. This imbues her with the power of her mother. She also has the ability to borrow power from the earth, turning it into her own, which is on a lower scale to that of something that you would see from a true ancestor or powerful elemental like Arcueid or Mei Rin. So what makes her different from the other fairy knights? Well, obviously she's not from a lost belt, she's from proper human history. So she has a similar title, and the only name that she has is her own rather than something that was bestowed upon her like Bargist, Melusine, or Babanchi. On top of that, she is a natural fairy, unlike her mother, who, like I said before, was actually turned into a fairy. Prior on her journey, she was a human, but when the fairy queen summoned her, she transformed into a fairy. Now, the thing about fairies is normally they don't have children the way we do. Usually fairies are just born to serve a purpose and then they die after serving said purpose. Sometimes another fairy is going to be born when needed if said purpose or someone needs to be fulfilled. It's also known that in the cases of witches who are a form of fairy, as well as true ancestors, which are elementals, which is a level a fairy can ascend to, and true ancestors are also vampires. While they should not be able to reproduce, they've been shown to be able to do so when the story needs them to do what needs to be done. Now, if you found that interesting, I would recommend you check out my video in the card above or in the description, as well as on the screen, to learn more about that.